What's going on, Clash Smashers? Rocky here today, and today we're back on the Fix That Rush account. That's right, guys, we're sticking with Fix That Rush. I ran a poll, should I change the title of the Fix That Rush series, because originally it was Klaus's concept that we kind of borrowed, and 69%, almost 70% of you, 69 giggity, said no, don't change the title. And I actually reaffirmed this with Klaus, made sure he didn't want me to change the title. He's like, nah, man, I'm fine with it. Do your thing, you're good, Bash. Don't sweat the little things. So we're sticking with Fix That Rush, and today what we're going to be doing, guys, is we're going to be working on some strategies that don't use any spells, any regular spells at least, because our spells factory is still down for one day, and as you can kind of see there, we got some goblins. You already know I'm going goblins, but we're gonna mess with strategies like mass goblins. We're gonna do stuff like Barch. We're even gonna do like Balloonian, because we can still use our dark spells, but we're just gonna play around with different armies that I think will be effective for getting loot without using spells. So that's the whole point of what we're doing on the Fix That Rush. And I don't even think I've acknowledged that we have clan games going on, so we could actually do some clan games as well. Is that a new one? Destroy some walls? That's builder base though. All these are like builder base. Yeah, or destroy 50 buildings. Let's try that out. That's pretty interesting. So that's going to be the battle plan for today, guys. We're just going to go out. We're going to farm. We're going to try to get these couple builders busy. And basically just trying to keep the builders busy as much as possible. If we go look at the progress base, I mean, we got a lot of work to do. But I don't know. I just want to like keep you guys in the loop of what I'm doing. The lab is still open. I haven't really decided on anything. I want to really get these army camps up. And then, you know, I know lab time is important. But we gotta grind hard. Unfortunately, this account was not in any clan war leagues, so no big help there. But we could get, you know, some elixir to get something going in the lab. Let's take a look at this. What might be beneficial to put in the lab? Balloons, 9.5 million. Ooh, balloons. I do love me some balloons. Maybe that's what we'll work towards. 9.5 million. Let's see. We get. Oh, we should buy one of those packs. We could get 5 million. Okay, so maybe we'll try to get the balloons in there today. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go find some bases, and we're going to start off with the goblins. We'll go into some Barch, we'll do some Balloonian, maybe even some baby dragons, and we're just going to play with some different armies using no spells. That's the whole point of today's episode, so hopefully you guys are pumped up for it. Alright guys, so if you know anything about my channel, you know that I love mass goblins, just because you can get in here, get the loot nice and fast. Now in this base, we do need to get into the wall, and that's why we bring a few wall breakers, but we can just clean up so much of this loot so fast. And one advantage Barch does have over the goblins is on bases like this, you can just, you know, Barch over the walls. Okay, that's being just a little bit annoying. I'm just gonna put my queen right there. But, you know, the mass goblins is just so easy when you're finding a lot of bases with the loot on the outside. That's really when you should just use mass goblins. It's really fast, it's really effective. I think it should be really considered as an easy strategy to get a bunch of loot. So what I'm going to do, since we're going to go ahead and switch to Barch, is we're going to go ahead and use all of our goblins on this raid. And the nice thing with goblins is you can really push to the center of bases, especially if you have spells. Really push in there really easily. So let's go ahead, let's go like this. I think I got giants in the clan castle, but we don't really need to use those for this. That little bit right there. And there we go, guys. We're just going to clean up all of this. And the goblins are pretty cheap, to be honest. I mean, I know we're using them all here, but they're actually pretty cheap and effective. Just try to be aware of splash damage. Splash damage is not going to be your friend on these attacks. And then when you do have your spells, you can, you know, jump into the center of the bases, Goblin Knife, get the 2-star, get the 1-star rather, and just keep moving on with your day. So that's just mass goblins right there, guys. Really easy, really effective, fast, just simple to use. Let's go ahead and check out Barch. Alright guys, so this base is a pretty good example of why Barch might be a little bit better than goblins. When you find a base, you know, that has some loot over some walls, you can just go ahead and throw in a few barbarians and then throw in some archers behind to clean up some of that trash. I'm not the best with Barch. I don't really use it, and I haven't really used it in a while. Like I said, goblins are my go-to. But you can also use your king in there, use your queen. Same thing we do with the goblins rather. Just, you know, use all that stuff to get in there, clean all that up. Let's work around. I mean, that's 40% right there. And a lot of people say Barch is better because you're more likely to get the 2-star. I don't know if that's or not the 2-star, but get a star and not lose trophies. I don't know how true that is. It could be 100% true. But like I said, when I'm goblin farming, I don't really care about the trophies. I'm just going for the loot. Anytime I'm really farming, I'm just going for the loot, which is, you know, always my biggest thing. I need loot. I don't really care about the trophies. If I want trophies, I'll just push, you know. I'll make an effort to use an army like, you know, Balloonian or something like that to push up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and burn that wrecker since we have it. We'll just throw that wrecker in there to tank on that stuff. And let's see. We do have a little bit in here we can kind of work out. Try to get to that dark elixir over there. Let's see if we can use our queen in here. Like I said, I don't use Barch a ton, so I'm not like, you know, an OP Barcher by any means or anything like that. But it is still really effective. I just prefer my goblins, man. I'm just really good with using the goblins. I know how they behave better. And I just tend to get more loot with them. So, I mean, I can see here, we're definitely getting better percent. We're doing pretty well as far as that goes. And we should probably win the raid, maybe. If I don't mess this up too much. I'm sure people in the comments are going to be like, wow, Bash, you're horrible at this. What are you doing? But, you know, there we go. We get a star. We're almost getting all the loot, too. So, not too horrible. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to do a strategy called Garch, which is going to be giants and archers. Something I haven't used in a long time personally, but I know it's been known to be super effective. I used to use it way back in the day, and it was super effective for just getting loot similar to Barch, but with giants. So we'll check that one out as well. All right, guys, so this isn't necessarily the best example for like how to use the Garch, but I couldn't really pass up the free loot here on the outside. So what we'll do is, again, kind of use those giants and archers. The giants are basically just going to pretend to be the barbs, you know, like how the barbs would be on the last raid. And then we're just going to clear out the buildings. I know I used to really enjoy this one quite a bit, just because the giants were a little bit tankier and a little bit more effective as far as staying alive, which is kind of natural. I mean, they're giants, they got a little bit more hit points. Let's throw in a couple over here. But I don't know. For my money, man, goblins are just where it's at. Goblins do the extra damage to the resource buildings. Like, you gotta love that. And also, these mortars are a pain in my butt. Alright, let's get this going in here. Let's go ahead and, why not, we'll send on our warden as well. We've had heroes on every other raid. The archers are pretty nice, you know, we could use them in there to work out everything. But man, our archers are getting wrecked as well, too. So this one, I don't know. This one's still good, just, I feel like I executed bad on this one. Just something you could use, probably practice it. I mean, we didn't have our heroes as well to help out like we did on the other raids. We did have our warden, but I don't know. I feel like with Garch, you're supposed to get more percent as well. I feel like this was definitely more of a goblin base. I just couldn't pass it up. Next up, I'm going to try Balloonian, just because we can still use our dark spells, which means we could still use haste spells, which is going to be awesome. So don't get discouraged by this one. You know, just kind of going through some armies that are coming to my head. But Balloonian with no spells is going to actually be super effective. For my money, goblins are where it's at, guys. Always go goblins. When in doubt, goblin it out. So let's go ahead and we'll let these girls work it up. Finish out. Get this last little bit of loot. Oh no, that king's going to come punch them in the face. We actually almost got all the loot until that king stepped up. Alright, she's... okay, that's fine. We lost some trophies, but still a positive raid right there. Let's go ahead and check out some Balloonian. All right, guys, so next up we're going to try Balloonian. The nice thing about Balloonian is you can just hit higher bases. Like, you can really just get to the core. Now, normally I would get a lava hound on my clan castle, but I just didn't. I just went for it. And we got a bunch of haste spells in here. Normally we'd have rages and maybe even a heal. But we got a bunch of haste spells, so we'll see how that affects. And I was just thinking, we might want to actually spend some money, some resources, to get our warden going up. This is not working out. I definitely want to get my balloons up because this is not going well. These guys just absolutely got wrecked in here. Man, I thought we would do better against this base, to be honest. But man, I guess those higher level defenses do shred those level 6 balloons. So I guess might be worth investing in some level 7 balloons, guys, because that was a big disappointment. Also, not having rages to move the balloons through hurt, but you know, we're living and learning. Not everything's going to be perfect here. Goblins, 100% the way to go, guys. Goblins always the way to go. As far as if you don't have spells, because you don't need it. You just hit the dead bases and wreck through here. But I like Balloonian because you can usually win raids, which we'll win here still, even though that was a mess. We'll still win this raid, and we'll still get quite a bit of loot. They'll leave a little bit of dark elixir on the table, but that would have been hard to get even if we had goblins. Maybe I should have went in on this weaker side down here. Oh well. Live and learn. Too late now, guys. But we're gonna do pretty well. That king's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get much more loot. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and hop out of there and It's still positive raid. It's still super positive. Next up, I want to try Baby Dragloon. Just baby dragons with a couple balloons behind them and see how that one works out for us. All right, guys, let's give this one a go. Lots of good loot here. I don't know what's up with the Infernos on the outside, but I think we should be able to do well on this one. I mean, just throw Baby Dragon in right here. You know, throw Baby Dragon with a couple balloons right there and just absolutely wreck through this one. That's the whole point of what I was trying to get at here, is just hopefully be able to get these baby dragons through the base and get lots and lots of loot. I mean, this is a really easy base. I feel like some of these bases are kind of really biased to what we are doing, but that's okay. Sometimes you're gonna find that. Sometimes it's gonna be easier than others, you know? And that's just the way farming goes. Let's go ahead and put that in there. You know, some days the crops just come in, you get lots of, you know, monies for your crops, and other days you really gotta work for your money. And, okay, I think that's enough farming references. But look at this. I mean, that's really, really solid. We can go ahead and get a couple more balloons. What do we got in here? Ooh, we got some balloons in there. Let's just send them at the queen, because why not? You know, whatever. Whatever. Just get in there. Go in, boys. Let's haste them through. That'll work. Get us some nice little bit of loot right there. Now, I did notice a lot of the storages have loot. We didn't do too well clearing the storages out. Also, that eagle's firing, well, that's not too fun. Let's go ahead and get our king and queen in here. And let's see if we can haste some balloons. Let's haste him in here. Haste our last few balloons right in there. Normally, you would want to, like, surge into the town hall area, but I feel like this is going to work out just as well for us. Go ahead and get that. King, queen doing their thing there at the bottom of the base. Get another baby right there. Oh yeah, that's working nicely, guys. That is working well. The queen, she's taking some damage there. We got one more baby dragon, and the nice thing about this is you could really rack up some percent. I mean, imagine if we had some like rage spells in there and stuff. This one works out pretty well for you. So nice, easy raid. We didn't get all the loot because a lot of it was in the storages, but that's gonna be still a nice, massive raid. Let's see, that baby dragon's gonna go down. We get the baby dragon up top. He's gonna go down. See if we can get some loot. I mean, he's on the elixir. We need elixir anyways. And I realized something, guys. I don't have enough storage space to get the 9.5 million that we need for our balloons. So there we go, 500,000, and we didn't even get it all. That's nice. So look, we can only get 9 million. Our balloons cost 9.5 million. So we need to upgrade storage. That'll give us enough. So we'll upgrade one of our storages right there, and then meanwhile with the rest, we can work on stuff like the camps go up twice. Man, that's rough. We could, you know, I know this is kind of a waste of metals, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of worth it because we get an army camp up, and who doesn't want an army camp up? I mean, those help out. It's like that's one of the biggest things you can do. I could have probably got some other. It probably wasn't enough. But there we go, guys. We're working on it. It's going well. We still have all that stuff to go. We still have so much to do on this base. This base is such a disaster. We didn't put anything in the lab today. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with nothing going in the lab. We got to keep grinding. I should have checked and see. Yeah, we don't have enough dark elixir yet for the heroes. This one's just going to be a work in progress, guys. Each episode, we're just going to do as much as possible, and we're going to keep grinding it. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Keep on Clash Bashing.